Hey guys, it's Peter and welcome to my channel, Peter's Reality TV Recaps and Opinions, better known as And That's My Opinion with Peter Mod. And today I'm going to talk about my plans for the future, but can we first talk about how tonight is Big Brother finale night? Which, when I started the season, I thought I would be really excited about, but I kind of feel like it's anticlimactic now. I'm kind of, to be honest with you, just ready for the show to be over for the season. And I have to show you this. Big Brother Daily tweeted out the other day, which is an account on Twitter that I follow for all of the Big Brother updates. They tweeted out this picture of Bowie Jane. And they said, retweet if you want Bowie Jane to win Big Brother 25, hashtag Big Brother 25. And I retweeted it and put, is this a joke? Does anybody really think that Bowie Jane, I mean, I think Bowie Jane seems very nice. I think she seems like a nice person. What's so funny to me is that Bowie Jane keeps on talking about that it's a house of liars and all these people lie and they're all deceptive and stuff like that. And she has never once told anybody what she really does for a living. She said she's a DJ. She's never said she's a barrister. So, okay, Bowie Jane, who's lying the most, girl? Not to mention that you made it to the final three just riding on the coattails of other people, okay, and then cried when you felt like they were lying to you. But you've been lying to everybody all along, and apparently that's okay for you. Anyway, does anybody think that Bowie Jane is deserving of winning Big Brother 25? And I have to tell you that the most interesting thing to me was on the Tuesday night episode this week when they did like a flashback of all the people and all like the scenes that you didn't see, and Jag and Matt were in so many of those scenes, and literally the only scene that they showed Bowie Jane in, she's in the final three, the only scene they showed her in was one scene where she was crying in the diary room. And I was like, girl, you are the most forgettable cast member, house guest on the entire season of Big Brother, and you made it to final three, right? And the reason why you made it to final three was because Matt and Jag both know they can win against you. So it'll be interesting to see what happens tonight. I have to believe that Matt or Jag, I can't imagine, like, whoever wins, because it's down to them, you know, in the final two. Bowie Jane, Matt won the first part, Jag won the second part, so it's up to them. They're going to be in the final three. I can't imagine, if they are smart at all and care about the $750,000, whoever wins that will not take the other one. I don't care about the loyalty and the friendship and all that kind of stuff, right? Like, I mean, we learned that on RuPaul's Drag Race. This is not best friends race, okay? Great, you guys have a fantastic friendship. I think at some point you have to be happy enough for your friend that they're going to make the right game move and respect that, and then take the other person, take Bowie Jane, right? So Bowie Jane will be in the final two because they know that they can win against Bowie Jane. Either one of them can win against Bowie Jane. So Matt's going to either win against Bowie Jane or Jag's going to win against Bowie Jane. If Jag takes Matt or Matt takes Jag to the final two, it will be interesting to see how the votes go. I think that people think that a lot of people are going to vote for Matt because Matt is so nice and they're pissed at Jag. But I think ultimately what will happen is that people will really respect the gameplay that Jag has had during this game, no matter how upset they are with him. And I think that they'll give the game to Jag. But, you know, like Suri said, you know, when she would give him a lot of props for winning all these comps if he, I think in her words, she said if he wasn't playing against, you know, two senior citizens, an airhead and somebody else, right? So, I mean, I think there's a lot of truth to that. It's not like he was playing against people that were highly competitive people that kind of like matched his same energy. So, but we'll see. You know, we'll see what happens at the end. I don't like, to be honest with you, like, I don't dislike any of them. I didn't like the way that Matt and Jag talked about Suri and Felicia behind their backs. And I thought they got kind of mean-hearted towards the end. I think that's what arrogance, ego, and pride can do to you. I mean, we see that on any reality show, right? But this is not the final three that I had hoped for at all, right? And in all honesty, I was kind of hoping that they would keep Mama Fee. My wish was that, well, I would have loved for Suri to win the whole thing, but my wish was that they would keep Mama Fee, and then they would be stupid enough to keep her, and then in some chance of a mustard seed, you know, the faith of a mustard seed, that she'd make it to the final two spot, and then they would just give it to Mama Fee because out of spite. Like, can you imagine if it had been Mama Fee and Bowie Jane in the final two? and Mama Fee had won on the faith of a mustard seed? I would have, like, literally, I probably would have signed up for church tomorrow. So anyway, that's my Big Brother thing. But I wanted to get on here and I wanted to kind of share with you my plan. And my plan is that I am going to become a Bravo channel. No. I'm going to cover a lot of different reality shows over here. Like, I've kind of been slacking a little bit on this channel. I want to get back to it. I have been keeping up with all the reality shows. But the majority of the reality shows that I watch are on Bravo. I've been keeping up with the Love After Lockup. And last night I watched Amazing Race and Survivor. I started watching Dragula this week. So I'm going to do Dragula coverage over here because Dragula is one of my favorite shows of life. I love it, by the Boulet brothers. Such fantastic artistry on that show and such great drama too. So I'll be covering Dragula over here. I've been meaning for the last couple days to do my video, my response to the first 2 episodes of Dragula, but I haven't got to it yet. So, my last video, which was kind of like a joke parody of how upset I was that I didn't go to BravoCon. And I think my husband summed it up best when he walked in the house at the very end and he goes, well, you didn't buy a ticket. And I didn't buy a ticket. So next year, I don't care where BravoCon is. I hope it's not in Los Angeles because I can't stand Los Angeles. No offense to those Los Angeles people out there, but this is not my favorite city in the entire world. I hope it's in Las Vegas again, or, you know, New York, but I don't love New York either, so, I hope it's in Las Vegas again, but they kind of change it every year, so we'll see, but I am going to BravoCon next year, right? So, and I don't even care if it's from this channel, or if it's just my love of Bravo. I like to just go as a fan of all the Bravo shows, right? My husband and I, we watch, most of the Housewives, so last night, I was like, now, if I go to BravoCon next year, I'm gonna know every panel, I'm gonna know every person, okay? And for covering it for this channel, I want to know, like, all these shows, right? Because it's interesting to me because I watch a lot of these people that cover Bravo, and what's interesting is when you hear them share stuff and talk, you can tell, like myself, that they picked up, like, let's say they started watching Orange County at season 6, right? Because they don't talk about, like, so they've never gone back and watched from the beginning. I can hear it when people, because that's what I do, like, when I'm talking about it, I'm like, I don't remember the first 6, which is why I went back and I started watching Miami from the beginning, because I want to be able to have said, I've watched all these franchises from day one, I've watched them all. My friend Nikki, she is like flying through these series, okay? She has gone through, like, I mean, my friend Mel, she went through Vanderpump Rules, all them 10 seasons. She went through them, like, literally in 2 weeks. I was like, what is going on here? So, I got a plan to become the Bravo channel of the world now. I just love talking about the Bravo shows. Okay, so here's my plan for the Bravo shows. So, The Housewives, I have watched every episode of The Housewives so far, and we are on season 4, and I've watched every episode of that. Miami, I'm watching the newest season right now. I have watched 4.5 seasons. I have the second half of season 4, and I have season 5 to catch up on, and then I've watched everything. Orange County has 17 seasons. I've never seen an episode, except for if I'm at my friend Tawny Jean's house, and it's got in the background. So, oh, no, that's... I was looking at New Jersey talking about Orange County. Orange County, I watched, like, the second season or the first season. I think the first season. And then I didn't watch, like, the second or the third season. And then I came back for, like, the 4th and the 5th. It's, like, hit or miss for me. The last probably 4 or 5 seasons, 6 seasons of Orange County, I've watched every single one of them. So I want to go back in and watch. I want to start watching from the beginning again to when I started watching it regularly. And Orange County has 17 seasons. So out of that, I probably have... oh, I don't know, 8 or 9 seasons that I have to watch consistently to get it there. Now, New Jersey has 13 seasons, and I've never watched that unless I'm at Tawny Jean's. That's the one I was talking about. I have, like, she's watching in the background. Alex hasn't watched New Jersey, so I've never watched that. New York, I have watched many of the old seasons, like, with Tanya again, but was never committed to watching every episode. I haven't decided yet if I'm going to go back and watch New York from the very beginning. I think I might, but, like, with the new cast, I've watched every episode of that. So, I mean, I would say, like, the last... well, I didn't watch the last season of the old cast of New York, but I feel like I watched... before that, the previous 4 seasons. And then I hadn't watched a lot of it before that. So I don't know, I'm going to go back. I'm not a big Bethany Frankel fan. I know she's coming out with all kinds of drama. I'll talk about it over here. But I don't know that I want to go back and relive. Because I would watch an episode here, an episode there with Tawny Jean. I don't know that I want to go back and relive the Bethany Frankel world on Real Housewives of New York. Potomac, I'm going to start, well, the newest episode just came out on Sunday. I'm going to start watching this season, and then I'm going to go back and watch from the very beginning. And that's probably after I finish Miami the next season, I'm going to start watching. Because there's 9 seasons, and I've never watched Potomac, and I heard it's fantastic. Atlanta has 15 seasons. It's coming out again next spring. And I am going to, well, Atlanta I've, like, watched most of, in all honesty. I don't remember a lot of the beginning seasons, but I think I've watched Atlanta. I feel like I've watched Atlanta from the very beginning. But there would be like hit or miss on episodes. I would miss some episodes. I wasn't as committed back in the day to watching all of them that I have. But I mean, like all the storylines, everybody on there, like I know all of them. So Atlanta's probably the one that I've been the most consistent on. Beverly Hills has 13 seasons. I'm currently watching the one. I've watched probably like the last 6 or 7 seasons. Beverly Hills. Back in the day, it would be hit or miss too with that one. So I've got to go back to the very beginning and start watching it again, because a lot of the people that were on like season 1 and season 2 they haven't talked about in years, but like I know because I would watch it with Tanya and things like that. And then Dubai has 1 season. I've watched it and it's coming out the next season. They just announced at BravoCon that it's renewed and it's coming out in 2024. Vanderpump Rules, the only time I've ever watched Vanderpump Rules was with my husband, and I would say I consistently watched the first 2 or 3 seasons and then I stopped. And then if it was on in the background, I would like watch it while I was doing other stuff, like cleaning the kitchen or work on my computer or something when Alex was watching it. But I never like was that committed to watching it past like the first 2 or 3 seasons. I got kind of bored of it, honestly. And Lisa Vanderpump is not my favorite housewife, just in all honesty. She's my husband's absolute favorite housewife, but to me, she's not my favorite. That's what I love about the housewives. Like my good Judy Tanya Jean, she has her favorites. I have my favorites. Alex has his favorites and stuff like that, right? But anyway, I'm going to go back and start watching Vanderpump Rules before it comes out. It comes out January 2024, the new season. I'm going to try to go back in and watch all 10 seasons before the new season comes out. If I don't get caught up on it by then I'm going to start watching the new season consistently. Below Deck has 10 seasons. The new season comes out 2/24. I'm going to try to watch all those seasons as well. Below Deck Mediterranean, I am halfway through the 4th or the 5th season. I think halfway through the 5th season. And I've got that and 6 and 7, and I'm currently watching the new season. I'm then going to go back and I'm going to watch Below Deck. Well, first I want to watch all the Below Decks, the originals. And then I want to go back and watch Below Deck Down Under. There's 2 seasons and the next one starts March 2024. Then I want to go in and watch Below Deck Sailing Yacht. There's 4 seasons. The next one starts February of 2024. Below Deck Adventure has 1 season and it hasn't been renewed yet. Then I'm also going to go in and watch Southern Charm. My husband and I watched like the first 2 seasons together. Then he watched like season 3 and season 4. I stopped watching it. I was bored of it. But I'm going to go back in and I'm going to watch all 9 episodes, and it comes out next year. Summer House has 7 seasons. I've never watched Summer House. I don't know anything about it except for that Kyle guy. And the next one comes on in January of 2024. I'm going to watch as much of it as I can before it starts. Winter House is currently on right now. It started at the end of September, I think, or October, and it has 3 seasons out, and it is currently on right now, and I'm going to go back. I'm going to start watching it now, and then I'm going to go back and watch the other seasons. And so by next summer, I should be completely Bravo qualified to be a perfectly fine Bravo channel over here. Are you so excited? Oh my God. But no, I'm going to keep on watching the other shows. If you guys want to know what shows I'm consistently watching right now, here, I have a weekly TV show. Do you guys see this? Okay, here, I'll show you. Just so you can see how insane I am. Let me turn down the brightness on this. Hold on a second. So this is my notes. You can see my weekly TV shows, okay? And then I have the date that they're on next to it, okay? And then, like, I have the dot, and then I exit when I watch it. So, for example, Big Brother, Tuesday I've watched. So I got Welcome to Plathville. I've got 2 episodes. I have 1031 to catch up on, and this week I started watching 1031 last night. Survivor I watched. Amazing Race I watched. Love After Lockup I'm caught up on. I have this week's episode of Love After Lockup. Golden Bachelor, I think this Thursday is the season finale. Bachelor in Paradise, love it. Below Deck Mediterranean, watch this week, love it. Real Housewives of Salt Lake City, Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, Real Housewives of Miami, Real Housewives of Potomac, Kardashians, 90 Day Fiancé, House of Villains, The Garden, which is so good, by the way. Love Island Games, Dragula, and Winter House. And those are the reality shows that I'm watching right now. If you have any to add to that list, I'm completely open to it. Let me know in the comment section below. Can't wait to see you all at BravoCon next year. Love you guys so much, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.